Hiya, welcome to Generational Gooner. Pete here. And if you'd like and subscribe, as the ticker says, I'm on my way to 200 subscribers. Right, let's get into preview of the Brentford Arsenal game. Brentford with the news now that Thomas Frank, their old manager, has been sacked by Tottenham. This is a preview to the Arsenal-Brentford game, but I would like to just say how well run Brentford are. Loose players, strikers. Over the years, they've moved on and they got good infrastructure. So if a manager moves on, a player moves on, they can, with recruitment staff, data analysts, they can, nothing changes in the club and they can just replace and move on. And with the Thomas Frank sacking, it just shows what a good club. If you run well, good infrastructure, how well you can perform and change your team. They move on. And let's get into it. The Arsenal preview show. Right. Brentford, I'm going to whack up the league table here. Must-win game for Arsenal. Every game's a must-win. But City are playing tonight against Fulham. I'm just going to say, whatever you think, just say they win and get 3 points, and we're 3 points behind them. Sorry, 3 points in front of them, but I'll just say that. And then when we will win, we will be back to the 6. But Brentford here, 39 games played, and they will be 25 points a game's played. I've made a few clangers, but 39 points, and they're looking around then to definitely push on the European places. So well-run clubs land up in good positions. There we go. And Keith Andrews is the manager. G-Tech Stadium, where they play, it holds just over 17,000, so a small, tight crowd. I remember Friday night game when they first went into the Premier League and beat the Arsenal, and they had long throw specialists, and we had Leno in the goal, and our defence couldn't deal with it, and it was party atmosphere when they beat us. We didn't have we had injury problems and players not in the squad, but forget about that. But it was a party atmosphere. But I've been following Brentford for about a few years prior to them getting into the Premier League, working their way up, and they've always been a well-run team. Likes of Neil Maupay, they lost. Watkins, they lost and replaced. Ivan Toney, they got from the lower leagues, replaced. Embuemo, Wissa, to name a few. They've always had a good midfield as well, and they've replaced. They can replace managers. So this isn't going to be an easy game, but I'm just reiterating the fact that a well-run club gets results and will stay in the Premier League or even push for European honours, what your objectives are. So I'm just saying that on the back news of Thomas Frank's sacking. But we've both got injury problems. Reece Nelson won't play because we loaned him and we're his parent club. So Brentford have got suspensions and injuries. Kevin Schade is suspended while Fabio Carvalho, Milambo, Josta Silva, ex-Arsenal Academy product, will remain unavailable through injury. As I said, Reece Nelson, ineligible, faces parent club. Bukayo Saka is a doubt, but he won't be in the squad. They reckon for the North London derby, they're penciling him for. Mikel Merino, if he plays again this season, hope he, with a broken foot, he'd be out. But if he can get a few games at the end, because he's got the World Cup coming up. Max Dowman remains sidelined, and Martin Odegaard and Trossard are fitness doubts. So they're all the news ahead of the teams. And is anyone in the comments spoken? We'll get back to it. Right. Like I said, they replace players, and Igor Thiago, second top goal scorer behind Haaland, and he scored 17 goals. He's more prominent with his right foot, scores goals with his left foot as well, and he got one header. But Brentford had to change their approach tactically, because he's not an aerial presence, but he's good at holding up the ball, getting into positions and scoring goals, as a 17 Premier League goals will say and show. And we got to Gabriel. I'm going to give two players. Gabriel and Saliba are in my starting lineup, and they've got to look after this guy. Like I said, they've got good midfielders that will be supplying him. But Brentford, they changed their formation. They can do it willy-nilly. And when they change their formation, they can go back four or back three with wing backs to a back five. So we've seen that a long time. And most of the games we've played against, either five at the back, low blocks, and we're used to breaking teams down, which we have to do. But so I've gone through Igor Thiago has the main threat, and this is why. But it's our own Victor Gyökeres. If you can see that stat in most goals in 2026, and it's Gyökeres and Thiago, which are joint with 6. So we've both got the most improved form goalkeepers, forward strikers in the league. So that will show. If there's goals, like I said, Gabriel, Saliba, but a whole defence has got to look after Thiago, and also their midfield. They got good midfield players, and which I like. And Damsgaard's one in particular I like, but they'll be missing Shard through suspension, as I've already said. But this is how I think we will line up, and show you now. Right, Raya starting goal. I'm going strong. And Timber at right back. Saliba, Gabriel, Nketiah will replace Calafiori. Zubimendi, Rice, Havertz. Havertz is a really important player. He seems to unlock Gyökeres, who is playing up front again after coming off of 2 goals. Martinelli deserves his chance. Trossard not available. Injury doubt. So Martinelli gets in. Madueke with Saka not available. And he will start on the right. Some people been calling for Martinelli on the right. and Eze on the left. Unfortunately, Eze will be on the bench. And if we see how the game goes, and we got a strong squad, so we got to utilize it. There be much changed players for the Wigan game at the weekend, and we'll rotate. And then Wolves, I think we will put a slight rotation depending how people get through this period, these games coming up before Wolves. But we really concentrate, and that's why I've put full team against Brentford. Brentford are no mugs, as I've already said, and especially with Thiago up top. But the question is, what formation will they play? Will they play 4-4-2? Will they like to do? Or will they play, because they can, I've already said they're a tricky customer and they can change their formation at any time. But will it be a 5 at the back? But we're used to, I've said it in this preview already, we're used to low blocks. Right, my score, I think, is going to be 2-0. We're going to have to, I was going to go 2-1, but I'm being confident. 2-0. We have to expect Man City beat Fulham. So they will put the pressure back on us. We'll be 3 points ahead in the league if that happens. But I'm just expecting that anything Fulham can pull out the bag. Please. But I'm just expecting both teams to win. So that's Man City tonight and Arsenal tomorrow evening. So let's see. Watch the games. I could be doing a watch along, but maybe I might do the Manchester City Fulham game, but if I've got time. But like and subscribe, like I said, and I'm only new around here. Done a few lives, done a few watch alongs. So as I always say, up the Arsenal. We're going for a strong lineup. I'll leave it here. If you've missed it, going for a strong lineup, and we'll get the 3 points. My prediction is 2-0. Gabriel Saliba, the whole defence will keep Brentford's attack nullified, especially the dangerous Thiago. But I'll just leave that there. Always up the Arsenal. And who to beat, Guna. We're going to do it. We're going to win the league. Trust me. You've got to be positive. Expect Man City to beat Fulham. It'll be down to a 3-point lead. We'll beat Brentford. Get it to a 6-point lead with a game less played. And another game chalked off. It's going to not be easy at the G-Tech. But I've got confidence in our team. Right, I'm out of there. Come on, Arsenal. We can do it. Come on. Up the Arsenal. Still here. Trust in Arteta.